I just did a whole spiel about why I am feeling the holiday blues. Didn't record a bit of it. I meant to. I thought I recorded it. Because I wasn't going to say anything, and then I thought, well, how does anybody reach out for the holiday blues if they never see anybody else reach out? Because it's just not the thing you do. And so I decided, well, I would record it. And now I don't know what to say, because I already said a whole bunch. And I failed to record. I don't know what I did. Subconsciously turned it off, or subconsciously didn't turn it on at all. Anyway, but just keep in mind that if you have a little depression, if you feel bad over the holidays here and there, or at all, I mean, if you're very depressed over the holidays, get help, please do, and don't feel bad about it. Everybody's talking about how it's the season of joy and all of that, and it is, but for a lot of people, it can be a season of deep depression, or just, some occasional blues or sadness. And I just don't want anybody out there feeling alone with it. There's hope. There's help somewhere. I mean, I know there's families who have lost family members. They're going to be feeling that so deeply this year. I was just watching a special on people we lost this year, that, the famous ones. And some of them, I mean, it hurts me that they're gone. Like the President and Barbara Bush, John McCain. These are people that I looked up to for their, not just their politics, but who they were, as people. I mean, Barbara was, what a powerhouse of a woman, and yet so classy. Yeah, and George. I mean, you talk about the stamina that man had all his life. McCain, he did what he felt was the right thing to do. And even if it got him into some trouble with his fellows, it's that thing of doing right, no matter what. And it's like, okay, these are our American heroes that we've had in our recent, that we have just lost. Aretha Franklin. Now, there is a loss. There is a loss to all of us. And I think such a big loss to the African American community, because she was such a star for them. Not just a star, not just a music star, but a beam of light into a world that, from the time she was young, she lived through years when, she worked her way out. She got her way into a lot of things and forged a path for many that really didn't have that hope until she did it. It takes at least one person to do it before others really see that it's possible. And I guess that's another thing. That's another part of this. It's possible to get through this. I will get through it. I know one reason why it hits me is because I'm limited. Because of this. And I let that get me. I start thinking about things, and then I allow myself to start feeling more depressed. instead of kicking myself in gear, but, that's another thing, when you are, I'm still, I could have gone out on that porch. I didn't. I decided I had to have a nap instead, which I was glad I took the nap, but I wanted to wake up earlier than I did. And that's always the case. But, it's not always possible for people to just kick themselves in the rear and get out of a depressed situation. It just isn't. I mean, before medical intervention with me, medical and psychological, psychology is a part of, they're finally accepting psychology as part, and psychological problems as part of a medical, because it is a chemical imbalance. Anyway, I digress. But I forgot where I was going with it. Concentration fails me too. Anyway, I know I'm not speaking up very much, so I hope you don't have to turn your volume up too much. With me, that's usually not the problem at all. Anyway, don't be, I'm not doing this to make you feel sad for me. I mean, yeah, I'm sure some of you are going to, but I think the more important thing is that if you feel days when you're blue, or if there's things that bother you this particular time of year, somebody you're missing, someone you've lost, with me, it may vary. I'm so glad I got to go to our family Christmas this year, because it may be the last Christmas that I have with my mother. I don't know. It's more than likely going to be the last Christmas where she's out of bed. Yeah, that's sad. That is sad. Alzheimer's is a sad disease. And those of us who are well, let's just say my grandmother had it. My aunt had it very early, although some doubt whether that was the actual problem. I don't know. My mother has it. She's been declining for, hers has been more of a slow process than some. So, my whole generation's scared of it, it's like, it's there. But any kind of dementia, it's difficult. And, whether I think Mom did feel it, whether she did or not, when we sat there and we sang to her one of her favorite songs. It made me feel good. It made me feel connected to her. And, that's something, anything you can do. A friend of mine, she lost her husband this past year. I think it was just this past year or the year before. Anyway, she went and decorated his, he's a veteran. She's a veteran as well, but he loved angels. He believed in angels, she said, because I mentioned that she went and put a wreath on his grave. He's in a military cemetery. And she had gone and put a wreath on his grave, and it had an angel on it, and I mentioned the angel, that I really liked that angel, and she said, well, he believed in angels. I thought, how special. Because I do too. And I love angels. I love figures of angels too. I know they don't look anything I'm sure they don't look anything like what we picture in our mind, but it's still a symbol. You know, it's still a symbol of faith that God placed these angels there to look after us and to fight against the evils. You know, whatever the Bible has to say about angels, it's true. I know I've got my guardian angels. And some of them, some of what we call guardian angels are the people in our lives that God, you know, places there. But there are real angels as well. Anyway, so I don't know. I'm going to have a very happy holiday. I wrapped Joe's presents yesterday while he was gone and got him under the tree and made him a special card on one of them and cut out some stockings for the others. And, you know, I mean, just for fun and makes it more special. And this is the kind of things that lift my blues a little, is when I start talking about this kind of, it's just fun stuff to do. And that's where the coping skills come in, you know. So I'm going to quit talking. This has been enough. The puppets will be back tomorrow. And I think I might read, I know you're waiting to hear about the other man in the story, and we'll get there. Well, I don't know. I might go through that part first, but we're getting close to Christmas. And we have a couple of awesome stories from last year, from those elements we did, those element stories. And they just turned out so cute and sweet. And people enjoyed them, so I might read a couple of those. But my channel isn't all about reading, but I don't know, it just seems to be the thing right now. So, anyway, I will see you tomorrow. Love you all. Night-night.